pristine island, its white sand beaches shimmering under the sun. Crystal clear waters that beckon tourists from across the globe. Boracay Island, known for its natural beauty, is an unlikely hero in the battle for Philippine sovereignty. But what if I told you this small paradise holds a strategic key to the nation's defense in the face of mounting threats? As tensions rise in the South China Sea, where regional superpowers like China extend their reach and influence, Boracay, normally seen as a tourist haven, is suddenly at the heart of a geopolitical chess game. With its position smack in the middle of key maritime routes, Boracay is not just an idyllic escape, it is strategically placed to secure the Philippines' western defenses. Imagine a world where global shipping lanes could be blocked, and economic chokeholds could strangle entire nations. Boracay stood at the center of it all, a critical outpost that could either protect or expose the Philippine archipelago. This tiny island is more than a beautiful destination. It's a key piece in the fight for control over the contested waters of the South China Sea. It's a place where defense operations could launch, surveillance could extend, and Philippine forces could protect critical maritime routes from aggressive foreign presence. In a future where power lies in control of the seas, Boracay is more than just a stunning getaway. It's an island on the front lines of defense, and the Philippines can no longer afford to overlook its importance in safeguarding both national interests and regional stability. Nestled in the heart of the Philippine archipelago, Boracay Island is renowned for its breathtaking beauty, its powdery white beaches, vibrant coral reefs, and crystal clear waters. But behind its serene allure lies a much more powerful role. Boracay Island is an unsung hero in the Philippines' defense strategy. Boracay Island plays a crucial role in the Philippines' defense strategy due to its strategic location, which positions it as a vital military and economic outpost amidst rising tensions in the South China Sea. Located just a few miles off the northwestern tip of Panay Island, Boracay sits near some of the world's most important maritime routes. These waters are crucial for global trade, and their strategic significance cannot be overstated. As global powers vie for control over the South China Sea, Boracay Island's position places it at the crossroads of security, economic stability, and regional power projection. In a world where control over seas and shipping lanes is more than just about trade, it's about military might and geopolitical influence, Boracay becomes more than just a tourist destination. Its location allows for quick access to critical maritime choke points, which makes it essential for the Philippine Navy to secure and patrol these waters against the growing threat of Chinese expansionism. In a region where maritime disputes have increasingly become flashpoints for global conflict, Boracay's role as a military stronghold could very well define the Philippines' future security in the Indo-Pacific. What's at stake is more than just a piece of land. It's a pivotal defensive asset that could shape the balance of power in this contested and volatile region. Imagine a small island, seemingly peaceful, surrounded by turquoise waters and white sandy beaches, but with a strategic importance that could change the entire balance of power in the South China Sea. Boracay Island, with its proximity to some of the world's most contentious maritime zones, is not just a tropical paradise. It's a critical military asset for the Philippines and the Indo-Pacific region. Boracay sits a mere 300 kilometers from the South China Sea, a vast expanse of water that has become ground zero for rising geopolitical tensions. The Spratly Islands, which are claimed by multiple nations, including the Philippines, China, and others, lie just to the west of Boracay. These islands are seen as strategically vital, not just for their natural resources, but also because they control key shipping lanes that facilitate trillions of dollars of global trade every year. In recent years, the South China Sea has become a hotbed of military activity, China has been building artificial islands and establishing military installations on disputed territories, threatening the sovereignty of surrounding nations. Boracay Island, located just on the outskirts of this highly sensitive region, acts as a frontline in the Philippines' efforts to monitor and safeguard these vital waters. Its strategic location allows the Philippines to maintain a watchful eye on Chinese naval activity and to respond quickly to any attempts at escalating tensions or encroachment on its territories. The seas surrounding Boracay are also part of one of the world's most important maritime routes. Nearly $5 trillion worth of trade flows through the South China Sea each year, including oil, natural gas, and goods that fuel economies around the world. Securing these waters is essential not just for the Philippines, but for global stability. As one of the world's largest and most crucial trade routes, any disruption here could have catastrophic economic consequences, especially for nations reliant on free passage. Boracay's role as a vigilant watchpoint becomes even clearer when considering the Philippines' defense strategy. If any conflict were to arise over disputed areas like the Spratlys, Boracay's location allows the Philippine military to quickly mobilize forces for rapid deployment, giving the nation a strategic advantage in the face of escalating tensions. In this high-stakes game, where every inch of maritime territory is contested, Boracay Island's strategic location becomes a powerful tool in securing the Philippines' sovereignty and maintaining regional stability in the South China Sea. The island isn't just a paradise for tourists, it's a critical line of defense in a region where global powers are poised for conflict. Boracay Island, known for its picturesque beaches and vibrant tourism, has also held strategic military significance over the years. Though often overshadowed by its reputation as a paradise, its geographical location has made it a key asset for the Philippines' national defense strategy, especially as tensions in the South China Sea have escalated. In 2015, Boracay gained military significance when the Philippines conducted joint Balikatan exercises with the U.S. under the EDCA, focusing on coastal defense, disaster response, and maritime security, all vital for countering threats in the South China Sea. Though lacking permanent bases, its proximity to contested waters makes it crucial for defensive operations and surveillance of Chinese activities near the Spratlys. Recent Coast Guard patrols with foreign allies further reinforce Boracay's role in safeguarding Philippine sovereignty and regional stability. Once a paradise, it now stands as a frontline outpost for national defense. In recent years, Boracay Island has evolved beyond its image as a premier tourist destination to become a critical asset in the Philippines' national defense infrastructure. As tensions in the South China Sea escalate, the Philippine government has increasingly recognized the island's strategic location and its potential to serve as a frontline defense outpost in the region. Today, Boracay plays an indispensable role in safeguarding the Philippines' maritime interests. About growing concerns over territorial disputes, the Philippine government has taken several steps to enhance military infrastructure on the island. These developments have included the establishment of advanced surveillance systems, the expansion of coastal defense units, and the construction of military facilities designed to support both naval and air operations. These improvements are part of a broader effort to modernize the military and defense capabilities in the South China Sea region. The Philippine Navy has also increased its presence, with coastal radar stations and patrol vessels now stationed near Boracay to monitor nearby maritime activities. Recent reports indicate that the island is becoming an important hub for joint military operations involving U.S. forces under the Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement, EDCA. This collaboration strengthens Boracay's position as a strategic site for conducting joint training exercises, especially those focused on maritime security and disaster response. Boracay's strategic location makes it an ideal spot for defense operations. Philippine Defense Secretary. Indeed, Boracay's location in the central Philippines, along major shipping routes, makes it a perfect launch point for defense operations. Its proximity to both the West Philippine Sea and the South China Sea allows the Philippine military to swiftly respond to any threats or encroachments from neighboring states, particularly China, whose increasing presence in the disputed Spratly Islands has caused regional concerns. With its vital location, the island acts as a deterrent to potential adversaries while providing a launch pad for naval deployments to contested areas in the South China Sea. Furthermore, Boracay's role extends beyond military defense, also serving as a hub for humanitarian operations and disaster response in times of crisis, thereby demonstrating the island's broader strategic importance. As China's expansionist activities in the region continue, Boracay's military significance is growing by the day. Its modernized military infrastructure positions the island as an integral part of the Philippines' defense strategy in a region increasingly marked by geopolitical tensions. From patrolling vital sea lanes to monitoring foreign ships, Boracay plays a pivotal role in enhancing the Philippine military's readiness to respond to regional threats. In the face of such challenges, Boracay's evolution into a modern military outpost signals that the Philippines is seriously investing in its defense capacity, understanding that its sovereignty and its ability to protect its maritime interests depends on maintaining a strong, vigilant presence in the South China Sea. Boracay Island, while known globally for its pristine beaches, has proven to be more than just a tourism hotspot. Its strategic location in the central Philippines makes it an important military asset for the country's defense strategy. Two notable events have highlighted the growing military significance of Boracay in recent years: the temporary closure of Boracay in 2018 and its involvement in joint military exercises with allied countries. In 2018, the Philippine government made the bold decision to temporarily close Boracay Island to tourism in order to address environmental concerns and improve infrastructure. While this decision was primarily aimed at environmental restoration, it also had a significant military dimension. The Philippine military was called upon to secure the island during this time, ensuring that the temporary closure did not disrupt national security. The Philippine Armed Forces deployed additional personnel to the island, including Navy patrols, Army units, and coastal defense forces, tasked with guarding the island's critical infrastructure and maintaining order in the face of possible unrest. The military presence also helped deter any attempts by foreign vessels to take advantage of the temporary lack of civilian activity to encroach upon the region's maritime borders, particularly in the disputed waters of the West Philippine Sea. This deployment underscored Boracay's military importance, as it served not just as a tourist destination, but also as a strategic location requiring military vigilance. The presence of military forces on the island provided security assurances to the local population and ensured that any potential security risks, such as external threats to the island's sovereignty, were swiftly addressed. Increased military presence demonstrated the island's role in national defense, highlighted the ability of the Philippine military to maintain sovereignty and control over its maritime territories, ensured a secure environment during a time of environmental crisis.
Boracay is a cesspool.
Boracay Island in the Philippines was drowning in rubbish.
The situation in Boracay is no longer sustainable.
In the years following the 2018 closure, Boracay's role as a strategic military asset continued to grow. In particular, the island played an important part in joint military exercises with allied countries, most notably the United States. These exercises are part of the broader effort to enhance military cooperation and improve interoperability between the Philippines and its allies, particularly in the context of rising regional tensions and the South China Sea disputes. In these exercises, Boracay served as a training ground for various military operations, including maritime security drills, search and rescue operations, and disaster relief missions. The island's proximity to both the South China Sea and the West Philippine Sea makes it an ideal location for such exercises, enabling the military to simulate real-world scenarios that would be crucial in the event of an escalated conflict or humanitarian crisis. The U.S. military has been a key partner in these exercises, and Boracay provides the perfect platform for bilateral training operations due to its geographical positioning and military readiness. These joint drills are designed to enhance defense capabilities and strengthen ties between the Philippine and U.S. armed forces, ensuring that both countries are ready to respond swiftly to any threats in the region. Boracay Island is now considered a key hub for joint military training operations, facilitated greater military cooperation with the U.S. and other regional allies, reinforcing the Philippines' defense capabilities. strengthen the Philippine military's readiness to respond to regional maritime security threats. While it is well known for its pristine beaches and tourism appeal, its strategic location in the South China Sea has made it a vital asset in the nation's security efforts. Boracay not only plays a crucial role in monitoring and securing maritime routes, but also in facilitating joint military operations that strengthen defense ties with regional allies like the United States. The deployment of military forces on Boracay and its involvement in training exercises with allied countries underscores its importance as part of a broader strategy to protect the nation's sovereignty and regional stability. Thank you for tuning into our channel. If you enjoyed the video, please remember to like, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more in-depth analysis of global issues.